Alright, so it's Wednesday the 16th of October 2024. Another journal. I'm going to start off on, I've just started TradeZella. So yeah, I haven't obviously put all of my details yet onto that, like obviously my trades. So on Notion I have, this is GBUSD from July this year, but this is when I transferred over to futures. So we go to, we should be there, here. Cool, so now we're here. This is my journal, as you can see. I've just added trade duration to my thing. So yeah, now you can see it. So I will go back and put it in. So yeah, this is important anyway, I think, trade duration. But yeah, so this is my journal and everything. But I was thinking of potentially adding it to TradeZella. I did a bit of playing around with the back testing tool. I don't understand it too well, but I'm gonna, and trade replay. But yeah, so yeah, this is total trade. That's where I just tried it out. So yeah, we'll have to delete that. If I can. But yeah, so yeah, I've added trades. The only thing is that you can't do back testing on futures, which is annoying. But yeah, this is still like quite a good platform. It's quite nice. It's quite nice to look at. So yeah, so on Forex Factory today, let's refresh it. Cool. So that's Tuesday. Let's go Wednesday. Cool. So there's not actually a lot of news today. We've literally got import prices, which is like yellow folder news, ain't anything major. If I'm not mistaken, let's have a look at this. Actual growth in the forecast. So yeah, we've got minus 0.4%, which is actually less. Weaker. It's come out weaker than forecasted. So that is a bearish look on the news, but obviously it's just out of a folder, so it doesn't mean too much. But what we can see on the higher time frame is now we have pushed down into this daily order block. Well, I say daily order block. I look at the whole candles and order blocks. We push down to the daily order block. Really, the most optimal area is the candle, but obviously price didn't reach that bit yet. But yeah, so on the 4 hour we've got this massive fair value gap that needs to be filled. So obviously on the 4 hour it has been filled, but on the 1 hour, what aligns quite nicely is this fib area, the 4 hour range. Equilibrium is perfect, well not perfectly aligned, but almost perfectly aligned with the 1 hour fair value gap, which I think would be quite nice to look at. Shorts from this area, only because I say it, because on the 4 hour, you know, we've got a market structure shift. It could be looked at as liquidity sweep, but we've got a good close below here. So it's a 4 hour market structure shift in my opinion. Daily, really 1 hour, yeah, obviously. So yeah, or we could look for potential longs into this fair value gap. So, you know, as long as we're kind of below minute opening price, it'll be quite, I mean, it doesn't have to be always, but I prefer if it was. But yeah, that's my outlook on NAS. On ES, let's have a look. Let's get rid of all the drawings. Okay. So, on ES, on the other hand, we have created, if I'm not mistaken, double lows, which could be a strong drawn liquidity. We've got this 4 hour fair value gap here. On the 1 hour, we'll have a look. This is the 4 hour and 1 hour range. So you see equilibrium is actually perfectly aligned with a 1 hour order block, which is also into the 4 hour fair value gap. which is pretty good. So yeah, on the daily, let's have a look. So on the daily, we've still got this daily fair value gap need filling, which actually price could reject from. Price hasn't actually, well, I guess it's tapped it, but it's created equal lows. So that's what I'm seeing at the moment. So yeah, but on the daily on NAS is a little bit different. We kind of broken structure to the downside. I mean, we wicked it more. So yeah, weekly on ES, still pretty bullish really. I mean, we're at all-time highs. So yeah, we've got 15 minutes till market open. So yeah, I'll be back for then. Obviously, no trade until 9:45. Let all the manipulation phase happen. And yeah, see you then. So it's New York Open. It looks like we've got the manipulation. We've had a few manipulations of some sales liquidity. But the reason why I like to bet till 9:45 instead of like thinking, oh, the manipulation's done now and now I can start trading, is because there's been times where there's like almost like double manipulation, that we push down here, thinking that's a manipulation, then we're going to push up. And then you think, oh, that's a market structure shift, and maybe that was the manipulation sell side, and then we're going to go to the upside, and actually it's just a manipulation of the buy side and ends up going down again. And that all usually happens within the first 15 minutes. So I just like to wait till 9:45. Wait for all that kind of unpredictable volatility to be over and all the the hunt of liquidity. So yeah, I mean, we've got 10 minutes essentially until we can really trade. But yeah, we've taken out some good areas of sales liquidity. What I can say is we've got a 5 minute, although it might look like it doesn't matter, but we've got a 5 minute order block down here that I'd like to see what happens if it taps into. Then we've got daily previous lows down there. So yeah, we'll just see what happens really. So yeah. So I just want to make it very clear now, what I've learned is I get stuck on ideas. So for example, I might get stuck on the idea that price could go up to here. Obviously we can see we are rejecting off this 4 hour fair value gap and going down. So, maybe shorts could be optimal. But what I'm saying is that, for example, I'll be on the lower time frame thinking, right, I want to see a long setup. What I've learned is, instead of like looking for a specific setup or a specific thing to happen, just observe what happens and let the setup come to you. That's what I'm trying to do now, because I don't want to get stuck on the idea that price will go up to here, because it might not. And when you get stuck on that idea, then you'll ignore any other setup that could be an A+. And what I mean by that is, for example, we might get this retracing up, but I'll look at it as a potential push up and then ignore that there's a good short entry. So yeah, because I'll look at this and think, oh look, there's a market structure shift, let's go down. Do you know what I mean? Kind of thing. But equilibrium is here. Well, actually, no, saying that it's not now, it'll be here. It's 1 minute order block with the 5 minute range, 15 minute range as well. So we could see a retracement and then see what price action's saying from there. Could target, daily previous lows, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, we'll just see. Cool, so we've swept daily previous lows. On the daily, we'll look here. See price looks like it's approaching the daily order block, which is interesting to see. On ES, we haven't swept daily previous lows yet, but we're close. And then obviously there's a daily fair value gap just below. So that's just some potential stuff we're seeing. So yeah, we'll just carry on observing price action and we'll see what happens. But we could see potentially on the 15 minute range, price will come up to balance the 15 minute range, and then from there we can just see what happens. But really, I'd like to see the price go into the daily order block, in my opinion. ES as well as is retracing up into the 15 minute range. I mean, it'd be nice to see price go a little bit lower before going higher, but if it doesn't, it doesn't. Because on the 1 minute we're about to cause a market structure shift, but that doesn't mean anything, because also on the 15 minute range we could just be balancing out price. Although really on the 5 minute it's quite a balanced price range really. NAS, yeah. So really, it's quite a balanced price range. So yeah, I'll just carry on observing, but just update the journal. Causing a bit of a reaction from this daily order block. We've got this 2 minute fair value gap that could be potentially inverse. We are in this 2 minute order block, but would be nice to get a 2 minute market structure shift as well, and 3 minute. If I'm not mistaken, 3 minute yet. Is it a 5 minute? 1 to 3 minute. If we get this close above, I'll be happy. Hopefully we can break past this order block as well. Go into that breaker block would be pretty nice. But yeah, we haven't got enough confirmation yet, but I'll be back soon. Right, so already been stopped out from one trade. Has enough confluence, really. Inverse that 2 minute fair value gap. 1 minute market structure shift, but clearly it wasn't enough. So it's fine. I probably am going to look for another trade today. And if obviously I lose today, then that's it for the rest of the week. But yeah, so here's what I saw as a trade recap. Cool. So we had a consistent, respected bearish market structure. I'm not annoyed with myself. End of the day, it's just really finding the trying to find a way to get better sales. But look, constant, respectful. I mean, we did get kind of like a market structure shift here, but we got a constant, respectful market structure going down, right? And then we entered this daily fair value gap and caused a 1 minute market structure shift while inversing a 2 minute fair value gap. So to me, it's showing that we was going to go seek the upside. And clearly not. So after that, I thought, you know what, like there's a fair value gap here. I'll enter a little bit early, but it's fine. Cover the lows, but clearly it didn't go my way. So it's fine. But what I will do now is just to see what can happen. But yeah, I'll be back soon. Alright, so already been stopped out from one trade. Has enough confluence, really. Inverse that 2 minute fair value gap. 1 minute market structure shift, but clearly it wasn't enough. So it's fine. I probably am going to look for another trade today. And if obviously I lose today, then that's it for the rest of the week. But yeah, so here's what I saw as a trade recap. Cool. So we had a consistent, respected bearish market structure. I'm not annoyed with myself. End of the day, it's just really finding the trying to find a way to get better sales. But look, constant, respectful. I mean, we did get kind of like a market structure shift here, but we got a constant, respectful market structure going down, right? And then we entered this daily fair value gap and caused a 1 minute market structure shift while inversing a 2 minute fair value gap. So to me, it's showing that we was going to go seek the upside. And clearly not. So after that, I thought, you know what, like there's a fair value gap here. I'll enter a little bit early, but it's fine. Cover the lows, but clearly it didn't go my way. So it's fine. But what I will do now is just to see what can happen. But yeah, I'll be back soon. What I think I might do, if I don't have enough conferences to go see upside, I might make a part of my rule as like a 5-minute market structure shift has to be like a bare minimum if I haven't got enough confidence, because that might help me. Because if we broke above this 1 minute zone here, a 5-minute zone, I'd be very confident that we're going to the upside. But yeah, that's that really. I do have a limit set here. If it doesn't get tapped, it is what it is. We've got a 1 minute market structure to the upside. Need to be careful. It's gone to a 15-minute fair value gap, but equilibrium of the range and the 1 hour range hasn't been hit yet. So there's a target towards there. Hopefully in the 2 minute we can get a close above, and then a retracement in, because this would look really nice, I think, in my opinion. But yeah, we'll just see what happens. You see how my analysis is correct? I entered targeting equilibrium and now it's going there. I just got the unlucky trade and got stopped out. I mean, do I see price going all the way down? It'd be a very nice setup if it did, but we know inverse, these fair value gaps we've gotten quite high. So if we was to enter, really it'd be in the optimal trade entry area of the fib, and that'd be quite deep and discount in the lower time frame. And we've got all these order blocks that we have to get past. So yeah, I mean, it's looking very good on the 1 to 2, 3, 5 minute time frame, but we are very close to equilibrium of the hour range. But also in the 5 minute, there's no fair value gaps left. So do I see price going down there? Not. We'll keep the limit there anyway until equilibrium's hit, and we'll see what happens. But do I see that? No, not really. But we could find a potential reason to trade from here if we have a continuation. But yeah, that's just how I see it at the moment. But yeah, we'll just see what happens. Alright, so as I anticipated, price did go up. It's just annoying because my analysis is really good. I just feel like it's just my executions and entries that are bad. To me, I look at this as an impulse up, which is a market structure shift. Clearly I was the liquidity again. Swept just some more internal sell sides before pushing up. I could have actually made an entry here, but I didn't, at this fair value gap, because this is a retracement down. Stops here. Let's just put the fib out just to could target as my first take profit here. I could have made 2R today really, but yeah, just didn't. So it's one of them things. I mean, what can I do about it, But it's like my analysis is always correct. It's just I keep on getting the wrong executions because I knew it. I knew that price was going to respond from this daily order block, because we've also got inefficiencies up here that need filling. So yeah, I knew. I mean, I'm not going to look for shorts really, because we've just reacted off a daily order block, and we have got buy side inefficiencies that need filling. We're respecting this 5 minute fair value gap at the moment, and the optimal trade entry area. But if I want to find an entry, really, it'd have to be below this area to create a market structure shift. And I think by that point, there's just no point in trading. I mean, I've got half an hour left. But yeah, it is what it is. And I think if I was to trade today, it'd be stupid anymore. Because it'd be stupid. Cause it's a good day tomorrow as in volatility, and that means if I lose one more trade, so that's it for the week. So yeah, we're 5% down. So what? 500,000. 500. Yeah, we're 5% down. So clearly, I've still got a lot of learning to do. Not switching anything, but I'm not strategy hopping, but I want to adjust my strategy. But with my entry earlier, I think it was around here, something like that. To be fair, look, stops at the lows isn't too bad, but I think it was maybe here actually. But look how annoying that is. This happens to me so much as well. But get stopped out, boom, go straight up. It's just so annoying, so annoying. But yeah, what can I do? I generally believe, as in obviously I'm not profitable yet, but I generally believe that, you know, my analysis is very good. You know, there's nothing wrong with my analysis. It's just the executions, really. But yeah, it is what it is. I'm gonna go now. I'm not gonna look at the charts anymore. I've looked at today as a good day, based on, you know, I followed my rules. The setup was, like, to me, it's an A plus. Split daily through its lows into a daily order block. 1 minute marker structure shift to the upside, retracement, enter. That's, you know, typical A plus setup I like. Stop me out, go straight to my take profit. And this has happened to me so much. But yeah, we move. You know, it's not, you know, it's one of them things. You just got to move on from it and learn. So I'm gonna get there, because I definitely feel it's not my analysis that's the problem. It's my entries and executions and my setups, essentially. So yeah, I think maybe one thing I might also adjust is the thing where, you know, where I do that and I'm trying to wait for the equilibrium to enter. It is a good setup to do, but yeah, I'm just going to think about a few things, as in, like, what I could change to improve my trading. And I might update the journal today on how I'm going to do it. But yeah, it's been a good day. Follow my rules. Although I did lose a little bit more than 1%, I did risk 1%. I think that was just, you know, when price spikes down, it stops you out of that area. So, you know, it's what, 5.1 point. What's that? What's that got to be? 1.05% or 1.04%, something like that. But yeah, it's just 1% loss, really. And what I am also going to do is, it's probably going to take a long time today, but, you know, I don't really care, is update TradeZella. Like, I'm going to put all my trades in there from Notion. It's going to take a long time because look at all the notes I've got. So but yeah, I'll be back soon to see what happens in the market. I mean, really quickly, on ES, we have now swept these highs. So we swept London lows. I'm trying to see if we got a reaction off anything, really. No, not really. But yeah, swept that. There would be no entry here anyway. We had this market structure shift to the upside. Notice also how this ain't a market structure shift here, because it wicked above, not closed. But yeah, we've got the market structure, but we just have no retracement back in. I mean, we could have found decent retracement if, you know, price came down, entered here, stops about, yeah, here. That's not bad. And could have targeted the upside. You know, look, could have got a 3R. You know what I mean? But NAS, very unfortunate, very unlucky, very good setup. Got stopped out, clearly I was liquidity, and then bang, massive push up. But I can't do anything about it. So yeah, on the 5 minute, really quickly before I go, it is respecting this fair value gap. It would be nice to see, like, if price will go back down and inversion is fair value gap, because technically we're in a bearish SMT as well. But yeah, see you soon. Alright, cool. So I actually am back. Still before 11, but as you can see now, we, like I said, respected this 5 minute fair value gap, which is in the 15-minute range, which is in the 15-minute optimal entry range. Cause a 5 minute market structure shift now. Obviously, I'd like to see it close below this fair value gap, and we can see a potential retracement. That'd be pretty nice. Obviously, if it's by 11 AM, then I can't enter. But yeah, I'm going to get rid of that now because it's going to be too much drawing. But yeah, I hope to inverse this fair value gap. And then, yeah, pretty nice actually. ES, we've caused an SMT divergence. I'll put that here. SMT, what's that? 7. I mean, I can't even do it, so we'll just put that there. So it caused like an SMT divergence as well, a bearish one, which is good. Got 10 seconds left. I just want it to close below the fair value gap. There's been a very algorithmic day today, which is quite nice to see. Oh, look. Come on. There we go. Okay. I want to see a retracement into this 5 minute fair value gap. Hopefully we can get one last entry in before 11 AM, because past that price action is so slow. But yeah, we'll see. And yeah, I'll be back soon. So I've actually placed a sell limit because we've also inversed this 15 minute fair value gap as well. So it looks like we're going to go lower. So there's so many bearish factors that are here, but I think we're rejecting off this 5 minute inversion fair value gap. It just won't go above it at the moment. But yeah, if it does, then I've got my limit set here. Be at equilibrium the 5 minute range into 5 minute fair value gap, and a 5 minute breaker block as well here. So yeah, that would be pretty nice to see. Breaker. Okay, put up there. Yeah, essentially we're targeting a 3R trade. Taking liquidity here. As we can see, we have inverse this 15 minute fair value gap as well, which is quite nice to see. So we're in like a balanced price range now. But yeah, I mean, we'll just see what happens. Right, cool. So we ended up taking a very small loss. This is an A+ setup as well. And it probably is going to go my direction. But I just wanted to reduce risk as much and as quickly as possible. So yeah, that's what I saw. Yeah, we're now rejecting down. So let's just get into a trade recap. So cool, with that 15 minute push up into this 15 minutes / 5 minute fair value gap, hitting the optimal trade entry area. Then on the optimal trade entry area, we cause a massive 1 minute market structure shift, making a 5 minute fair value gap. Retracement into it, which is at equilibrium, which is also into a 5 minute breaker and a 1 minute fair value gap. I entered at the 5 minute breaker. Ended up being able to take some partials, so that's fine. I had some partial areas here. But I do believe, like, I'm confident this trade is going to go down. If I didn't take the trade before, I would be more lenient with my stop loss. But I just wanted to reduce risk literally as much as possible. So I made a very small loss. What's that? So 85 and minus 1850. Like, that's a very small loss. Let's have a look. 85 minus 18. $66.5, $66.50. So very small. It's like 0.06%. So I think I must have lost about 1.1% today, around that mark. It's nothing major. I mean, if you look at the drawdown, it's bad. Or over 5% in drawdown, it's bad, because the first obviously week or two I was like over trading and stuff. Even now I'm over trading essentially, but I reduced my risk heavily. But I do feel confident that price is going to go down, just based on higher time frame price. When I say go down, maybe to this order block here, or to sweep this liquidity and go back up, because we did reject off a daily order block, and that is more stronger. I just personally felt that was what was going to happen. So yeah, I might be wrong, but it's now 11:05, so that's it for me today. I will probably do like a little recording or a screenshot of what happens later. So yeah, I'll see you then.